There are many farmers that are adopting regenerative techniques within their farm systems. They're building their soil carbon, their biodiversity is improving. At the moment though, many are struggling to get any commercial recognition for the work that's going on. And I think the real challenge here is how do we commercialize the opportunity of delivering the regenerative transition and make sure that farmers really benefit from what's going on within their farming systems. Well, at the moment we have organic farming, which is a clear premium sector, whereas the regenerative system doesn't seem to be attracting that premium brand, that premium recognition. I think it's quite loose in terms of terminology around what it means, which means it's quite difficult to market. So we do need to look at how do the public goods that are being delivered get recognized? Is it the sustainable farming incentive? Is it the private marketplace? And for the private marketplace to work and private finance to come in, there's going to need to be absolute clarity about what it is the government is paying for within the sustainable farming incentive, so that then we can stack above that with private finance buying the additionality. Is the government paying for the land use change? And then maybe the private finance does pay for the biodiversity improvements or the carbon increases. But that clarity is absolutely essential. I think it's incredibly important to have farmers producing the raw ingredients for the whole food system. If our voice is not heard within this debate, then we have a conversation taking place where farming is shaped with those that have no skin in the game, and making sure that the voice of farming is put forward loud and clearly about the concerns that we may have, the risks that we're taking on farm, and that the food system needs to create the ability to invest in the farms of the future. And at the moment, I think it's being taken for granted, and the recognition of the level of investment which is going to be required isn't a reality within the conversation. I think it's incredibly important for farmers to be part of this conversation. Having this discussion taking place about what farming should look like for the future without farmers in the room, it would be absolutely nonsensical. So making sure farming's voice is here, is heard loudly and proudly, and can influence the agenda for the future is absolutely essential. I was really clear on the panel that British farming needs to have the ambition of being in the upper quartile globally for having the lowest impact on the planet for the food that we produce. Collectively, we all need to deliver that. To deliver that is going to require huge investment. If I look back at the last 5 years, the staples of vegetables, red meat, poultry and cereals are all falling. Is that a resilient food system? We need to make sure that we are building the system that can deliver the investment that's required for the future, and make sure we can deliver on that ambition of reducing the impact from the food we produce and be genuinely world leading.